Hey everyone, and welcome to the first ever Gaia report. This is the first video report of a monthly series I'm going to be doing at the end of each month to describe the energies that are going to be going on upon the planet. This is going to be done with no editing. It's going to be directly channeled from Mother Nature. So without further ado, let's get it going and let's hear what Mother Earth has to say through my voice. Thank you all for being open enough to receive this beautiful message I'm going to share with you. First thing I will share with you is that you have no need to worry. I'm a strong, willful planet which has survived civilizations far more devastating than this current civilization. I've survived the tyranny of Rome, of Babylon, and I will survive this one as well. My concern is not for myself, for I know my time frame. I know my consciousness. I know my cycles. I fear, however, for the souls of many upon this planet. Many human souls, many animal souls, many plant souls who are experiencing captivity. There is no animal in any kingdom upon my planet that is naturally found within cages. This is my primary first message to channel to you all. To, with your heart, with your consciousness, with your mind, with your voice, fight against the tyranny of enclosure, of slavery. I've been bringing to the surface many truths through my inner light about the state of humanity. Ancient, dark, mystical cults have been utilizing the energies of others for around 900 centuries. These organizations, if you will, have been utilizing violence in the form of war, me versus me mentality, distraction in the form of entertainment, sucking and soaking your energy through mindless entertainment, and delusions, totally illusory associations such as sports agencies, such as Hollywood, which, although promote diamonds in the rough once in a while, an inspirational story once in a while, amidst piles of mental garbage. As you may have already known, what you fill your mind, what you fill your stomach, what you fill your ears, what you fill your nose and mouth with in life becomes your body, your emotional body, physical body, mental body. Be mindful of this. For when you eat animals or even plants which have experienced a very harsh, sadistic, factory lifestyle, processed lifestyle, that is the information you are ingesting. Genetic information is not something that can be argued by any of the most egotistical doctors or scientists upon this planet. I know my genetics, my consciousness, as the caretaker of all species which exist upon my planet. And when you try to refute the simple facts that animals, humans, and even vegetation alike are being abused upon this planet, you are only doing harm to yourself. Remember the cosmic web, the Tao, as it was called in ancient China. The web, the divine motherly web which holds us and intertwines us all. Not in a way that's mechanical or illusory, but in a way that is nurturing, in a way that is loving, and in a way that reminds us all that we are constantly connected to everything else in the universe. I greatly applaud those of you who are reawakening this wisdom, and even more so applaud those in the scientific realms which are bringing the Vedic, Hindu, and ancient Taoist sciences back to the forefront. Quantum mechanics, quantum physics, as you call it. The day quantum physics was reawakened upon this planet, my heart leapt for joy for humanity. When the likes of Einstein and Walter Russell and Nikola Tesla graced my earth, my motherly presence, with their genius, I awoke once again to a hope that humanity would reawaken their souls as one. As of right now, 49% of the planet has awakened or is in the spiritual, cognitive, conscious reawakening process. I say reawakening because your soul has had many incarnations, both as human, animal, plant, extraterrestrial, elemental. Your soul is consciousness that has taken many a form, and you are reawakening once again for the purpose not to save me. I am a sturdy, strong mound of earth with deep, strong waters protected by fierce guardians, both physically and spiritually. I am wanting and hoping for the rest of humanity to reawaken to their heart. For in the heart you are connected to magnetism. You are connected to the natural attraction you refer to as love. I often tell the humans who truly listen to my heart that we are always magnificently abundant in love. There are so many awakenings to higher consciousness available within your heart. There is no need to travel, although travel reawakens memories in your soul lineage, in your ancestral lineage. There is no need to perform great acts of service out of searching for this karmic awakening. Enter into your heart and access it from within. My second forefront message for humanity is that the obsession with physical, dense, material offerings of karma needs to transform into true, refined awareness. Many sages, many scientists even, have graced my planet with consciousness without needing to give away houses or cars or paper money. These sages, these scientists have journeyed the planet giving love from their heart. Sometimes without saying a word, they have moved entire civilizations to a higher level of consciousness. And how do you ask to receive such grace in your life? How can one become such a sage gracing this planet? You must believe in the power of your soul. If you believe you can only make a difference if you are a billionaire, you will have already forfeited half of your energy to societal goals, which may not be in your or my best interest. But the moment you recognize that your heart power, your mind power, your soul power exists on a plane in a quantum field that entangles all that is within it, all that is connected to it, you can perform charitable acts through your heart. Your love, your tears, your compassion for those who are suffering in the world will unlock great, expansive transformations. Consciously, the earth is experiencing old trauma. You have evolved to the point where your technology has the potential, mark my word, potential, to create utopia, to create universal compassion, kindness, abundance in food, water, love, shelter, and congruence in ideologies in the form of soul families, soul tribes reawakening to each other. So what is the limiting factor, you ask? What is the limiting factor? What is preventing us from taking that step into the technological utopian civilization that will bring healing to the hearts of many, to the hearts of all, and nourishment to the stomachs of all? The idea and the belief that has been battled in spiritual wars for the entirety of my existence. You may refer to it as the illusory battle between good and evil. And I am telling you that it is not this. It is not good versus evil. It is oneness versus separation. I will repeat this again to make it clear to you humans. Oneness is benevolence. True benevolence, true symbiosis. Separation is illusion, is evil, is ignorance. When you look at the term good and evil, one would say that a wolf or a lion mauling, violently eating and destroying a deer or a sheep or a calf would be evil. Yet violence is not evil. Violence in separation is evil. Natural violence is an occurrence of symbiosis. Natural violence is something that humanity has repressed for forms of control, for elite groups who consider themselves separate from humanity, thus creating themselves to be a dark organization. When you separate yourself from another, you cause trauma to the collective. When you believe that tearing the horn off a rhino does not affect you personally, besides maybe an increase in your paycheck, you are deceiving your soul in that act. You are deceiving your soul in that act because you have torn the horn off your own head. You are looking in a beautiful reflection and harming it. And this is what angers me. Not violence. When a man stands up for his kids, protects his kids, when a woman stands up for her kids, when families and friends violently protect themselves from violent opposition, this is a natural, beautiful story playing out within the divine tempo of the Prime Creator's magnificent book of life. I will reawaken a message that comes from the ancient Chinese. As you humans know, the ancient Chinese were the ones who invented gunpowder, invented fireworks, yet they did not use them in battle. And these words were spoken by sage, emperor, and warlord alike, all attempting to hold back the inevitable explosion of desensitized violence, separation violence upon the planet. A warrior man is quoted as saying, when asked why they did not use gunpowder for war by a European man, this Chinese man said, the moment we detach our emotions, our body, from the act or feeling or sensation of killing another, we detach from our true morality, our humanity. In battle, it is grace to fight by sword, to feel the pain that you cause one another. Yet when you fire a cannon or a gun, there is no connection, there is no attachment to the pain that you've caused one another. And we fear that if mankind uses cannon in warfare, many lives will be lost. This message is being reawakened now amidst an astrological time of war. Whether this war manifests physically or simply spiritually, even mentally, is up to you humans collectively. There is great potential for peace and there is great potential for war. If there is, as the stars foretell, a war to be battled amongst humanity, it will be a short 6-month or so war where many lives will be lost. Yet, if there is no war physically, there will be a spiritual and psychological war. Many of you believe that you are at the whims of systems, when in reality you are the gears and cogs which make that machine run. The moment 500 people take themselves out of the cogs of the machine, of the matrix of illusion, of deception, of financial institution, that machine ceases to work and seeks to reclaim your power, because the machines of structure in banks, in politics, only operate by the hands and feet of you. You, and you are all responsible for saying no to a billionaire's vaccine full of dangerously mechanical, illusory information. slave information. And you are also responsible to be your animal nature. Do not wear the clothing of a sheep. Do not wear the fluffy, comforting illusion of the sheep waiting for slaughter. Claim your humanity. Claim your animal nature. Connect like the ancients once did, like the Native Americans upon my soil once did. Claim your spiritual animal. Reclaim your animal nature. And your primal instincts will tune you into the exact frequency, the exact vibe, the emotion that will help you to survive. My third and final message for humanity during this month of August, as you call it, this great time of transformation, is that you are solely responsible for the vote you cast energetically, consciously into the world. There are 9,000 human souls present upon this planet who are fully aware of their ability to emotionally, spiritually, and mentally create and cast vote for what they want to experience in reality. We all have a choice. 6,889 of those have intentions that are in symbiosis with the planet. Intentions that are aimed for the highest potential of humanity upon Earth. Clean, beautiful waters, clean, beautiful energy, clean, beautiful gardens. An existence upon life, as one of my favorite young sages puts, a spa life, a literal life of no work, mechanical tools, doing all the work needed to feed, clothe, water, and shelter humanity, and reclaiming what the Greeks once knew, what the Egyptians once knew, this sort of spa life, sort of healer lifetime, fitness lifetime, a timeline where all are connected with grace, with oneness. And the remainder of that 9,000, the minority of that 9,000, are highly financially wealthy individuals who are clinging to a system which must die, and I command it to die. For in financial institutions, one who buys a tool is buying a tool that is not made to its highest capacity. One who is buying a product, whether it's food, drink, shelter, is buying something that is made faulty to save money, to repeat purchases, to break down easily, rather than to refine and perfect what is shared. And this is the downfall of the IOU note system of finance, is that one is buying waste, plastic, one of the most detrimental objects, objectified and glorified by your toxic greed culture, would not exist if we were looking for quality and not quantity of wealth, of resource. And this third and final message is also to inform those of you who are connected to higher levels of wealth that your loneliness is only existent because of your personal consciousness of separation. Those of you who have mansion, who know those who have mansion, are imprisoned by the idea of your house. You do not own the wood from the tree that made the house, the stone from my body, the earth that made that house or that pool. You do not own the metal that made your car and your tools. Fancy or economical as they may seem, these are all borrowed, and they will all return to my soil once again in the cosmic cycle of life, death, and rebirth. So I ask of you, why not open your doors to loved ones? Why not open your backyard to a friend who can maintain your property, who can bring love, flowers, herbs, vegetation, food, trees to your yard? You are the caretaker of your property, for it is not you who owns it. It is you who is borrowing my resource, my elements, who I have been graced and gifted by the divine, by those of you who are scientifically minded. The cosmos, the stars, gifted me all the resources upon this planet because of my soul, because of my crystalline heart. And once you reawaken, just like Richard Albert Ram Dass did, to the fact that we do not own property, we do not own resource, and to feel the greatest potential and joy of this, I must share it. Opening the fields, opening the golf courses, opening the castles, the mansions, all property must return to its free and liberated state at its highest potential. And in this, humanity will know congruence and symbiosis once again. When this domino effect occurs of highly affluent people and all people opening their doors, opening their homes, opening their yards to a transfer of skills like the Native Americans, like the ancient Africans, like the ancient Taoists once did, an equal transference of skills, an equal transference of energy, people will know community once again. This third and final message deals with the reopening of the doors of community. Do you think it's a coincidence that you are living in a home surrounded by people who make you feel divided? This message is for the majority. You live in a home, an apartment, but is not your best friend, not your lover, not your family who lives in the house or apartment next to you. It's a stranger. Have you ever questioned that? Have you ever questioned that possibly since the medieval times you have been tricked and duped into living in groups where you are divided, living in groups that are not tribal, that are not congruent, to prevent the rising up of a new and reawakened tribal love revival? And on this note, I will go, leaving you with the message and mantra that you are more than welcome to ask from me anything you want. Forget praying to gurus or idols or deities unless they so call from your heart. Ask me, ask Mother Earth for what you want to receive, and see what miracles I can bring into your life. Aho mitakuyo sin